I've started this drawing using vine charcoal. Most of the work I do in my courses is quite loose, so I try not to get too bogged down in the details when I start. I've got a natural tendency to make a hatched mark, so I've decided with a lot of my work I'm actually just going to go with that because that becomes part of my personal signature. I think if you go against what comes naturally, your artwork will look perhaps stilted and forced. So I just try and work with the handicaps that I have. And a lot of my work goes through a really ugly stage. And I'm sure a lot of the people I teach think, my goodness, is she really trying to teach us this? But you'll see, the work does develop. You know, when you get too precious about art, yeah, that's when your work becomes stilted, it loses expression. You know, it has to be fun. You have to enjoy doing it, playing around, experimenting. So I've got acetone and a brush. So what I'm doing now is I'm just flicking some acetone over the surface of this drawing. Whoops, I think it was a bit much there. But the effect I was looking for is this sort of spot effect. The nice thing about charcoal and erasers is that you can also use erasers to draw. You can see it's really lifting that charcoal. You can draw by removing areas as well as adding material. So if you overwork areas, it's not a big deal. One of the things I love doing when creating art is working with a bit of blind drawing, and I often use two instruments and just creating some marks that I can't or am not really worrying about controlling. I'm just looking at the areas of value and perhaps the most important features of her face. I can take this number 8 stamp and I can rub a bit of charcoal on it, and I can use it to, I just want to do it where you can see it, okay, there, and actually just make some nice bold marks across this portrait with the eraser. And all I'm doing is I'm following the areas, the very strong areas of light on her face. And this might look like I'm destroying what I've done already, but I mean that's okay because this is the way I work. I constantly go back and forth and establish something, then destroy it, and then work back into it.